Alright, welcome guys to my Let's Play of an English haunting demo, Spookfetti. Also, dog chewing on a squeaky toy, because I keep trying to tell Hazel, please don't, and Hazel's like, Great Pyrenees do what Great Pyrenees do. So, don't mind the squeaky noises if you hear them. I'll try to edit it out, but like I said, Great Pyrenees do. So yeah, an English haunting demo. This popped up during Steam Fest, and of course I wanted to play it, so I'm very late to the party in terms of Steam Fest. I brought a plate of taquitos, why not? Have I had a taquito? I think I have. They were very underwhelming. But I brought a plate of taquito, and I ate them anyways, because why not? All that's left is like half a taquito and Pepto-Bismol on the plate, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm very late to the party about this one. It looked interesting. I mean, I'm always up for a horror point and click. There's not a whole lot of them around. I say this, and good chance it's like way more than I'm, aware of. But like, yeah. The ones that come to mind is like the Harvester games, like Cat Lady, Downfall. I still need to play Lorelei, and their newest one. Oh, I'm so behind. Anyway, I'm gonna ramble, so we should actually get this started. Yeah, so here we go. Thus, with this method, we can determine the time of death within a margin of error of 2 hours. Oh, am I supposed to click? Oh, I think I'm supposed to click. You should ask, Cooper. Okay, I'm supposed to click. Sorry, guys, I'm supposed to click. Click to victory. Oh, no, never mind. Me. Why not you? Hughes, Cooper. It would be interesting if you share your doubts with the class. Look what you achieved. Ah. Professor Moore. Is it true that you and Professor Ward are devoted to hunting ghosts? You have been badly informed. We are devoted to studying them, not to hunting them. That's nonsense. Ghosts don't exist. I don't believe in no ghosts. Do you have any conclusive evidence that can substantiate, oh my goodness, that statement, Mr. Cooper? A.k.a. Cooper's being a pooper. They're a myth. An invention of mankind to scare those of weak minds. I don't know what Hazel's doing, but Hazel's being a butt. Those of weak mind, eh? Very well. Let's see. How many of you believe in God? You can raise your hands. All of you. Well, perhaps you should be studying theology and not forensic medicine. You can lower your hands. I suppose you think the mere belief in him confirms his existence. Is there any supporting evidence? Any photographs? Have any of you seen him taking a stroll in Hyde Park? Has anyone talked to him? The Pope? Okay, let's set that witness aside for the moment. No one in history has been able to prove it. The only proof we have is faith, and that regrettably won't do. Look, gentlemen. Neither I nor Professor Ward asserts that ghosts exist. We're cautious with regard to that matter, even if we have reliable witnesses and there are a large number of cases. Are those arguments enough to accept this as a fact? No. We would be failing into the same trap you fell into with respect to God. We investigate these claims with the best tools science has provided us. That is the scientific method, a gasp. Possibly forbidden math, a method I advise you to use before compulsively raising your hands to defend your beliefs. I don't think my father would agree with all this blasphemy. Your father agrees with the idea that students from poorer classes should never be allowed into a university. As well as agreeing to use child labor in his factories. So, with due respects, Mr. Turner, you can take your father's opinion and... Bah, come in. I'm sorry to interrupt, Patrick. It's quite all right. What do you need? Look, the dean wants to see you. Can it wait? The lecture is almost over. It's a delicate matter, Patrick. Is it about Rose? No, it has nothing to do with Rose. What a relief. I was starting to worry. Talk to him, would you? I'll take care of the lecture. What were you teaching? The scientific method. Apparently these gentlemen don't get it yet. Noted. Well, gentlemen, the scientific method. One moment. What? Okay. Oh, press F1 for instructions. Oh snap, F1. Oh, location, left button, interact, inventory, escape. Help screen, quick load, skip dialogue lines, look gasp, F1. Alright, let's start from the left, work our way from the right. This is going to be a very heavy pause, speaks a lot demo, so I will do my best. Can I go back? Charles is replacing me for the time being. Okay, I shouldn't make the dean wait. Yes, we're going to make him wait. We're going to take forever. A selection of the many championships or trophies the university has won. I can see the polo trophy we won against Harvard in '84. I also remember that cup. We won it for cricket against Middlesex. Tom Lee. Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee? Sorry, I didn't hear you. I was admiring the trophies. Did you know the university won the Greco-Roman Wrestling Championship in '89? I did not. We haven't won since. Such a pity. There are more trophies in the hall. Have a nice day. Let's go from the top. There are more trophies in the hall. Why do I always find you in front of this cabinet? They're pretty, don't you think? Excuse me? They're wrestling trophies. Ah, yes, I suppose they are. And It's such a point of pride for the university, right? Yes, of course. Can I inquire about your obsession with trophies? I want to win one. I mean, I want the university to win one in my discipline, Greco-Roman wrestling. What's preventing you from participating in a championship? I understand you're a good wrestler. Manager Taylor. He doesn't want to be embarrassed like in 96. What happened in 96? Sorry, my mind's going to FNAF. FNAF. Was that the bite of 86? Okay, I'm gonna shush. Let's continue. What happened in 96? Oxford humiliate, oh my goodness. They defeated all of our wrestlers. Birds are great, guys. They're fantastic. Manager Taylor doesn't want that to be repeated. And in his view, the most sensible thing to do is to not compete. It makes no sense, right? Especially if they have me. I'm the best wrestler the university has had in years. I might be able to convince the manager. I very much appreciate it. Tell him Oxford won't stand a chance against me. I'm a big and restless, or relentless, and strong. You look strong, yes. Of course I do. The strongest in the university. Do you want to see it? Test me. There's no need. I trust you. Bring me a metal rod, I'll bend it for you. I don't have one. No, don't worry. I'll do what I can to persuade Mayor Taylor. Many thanks, Professor. So the manager won't count on you. This is unfair. I'm big, relentless, and strong. The strongest in university. Do you want to see it? Test me? Okay, so I had to bring him something to bend. Okay. Statue. It was a gift from Raymond Baxter, former pupil and famous sculptor. It represents a certain Celt deity celebrating the winter solstice. The board has threatened to retire this pagan figure several times, to the pupils' dismay. Every 21st of December, they fill the statue's bowl with whiskey and parade in front of it, paying their respects. Plaque. Henry Carter, Dean. Well, let's not go the Dean. Let's go Polka. Mr. Cook over here. Look at these portraits. Talk to people. Do things. My colleague, Nelson Ward, former chief coroner of Scotland Yard and one of the most distinguished figures in the faculty. Sir Philip Abercrombie, illustrious professor of organic chemistry and candidate for the Nobel Prize in 1903 for his work of brain connections. Interesting. Portrait John Thomas Ogilvy, the best surgeon in London Hospital, taught here between 1880 and 1890. When he retired, he donated huge quantities of medical material, which we still use today for internships. Okay, let's go exit, and then we'll talk to these two and go to the dean. The dean is waiting for me in his office, on this very floor. Okay, so let's talk to this kid. Mr. Price. Professor Moore. Study? Yes. Well, no. I'm reading a treatise on, medieval churches. And, let me see. My dear Gregory, I'm telling you the exact truth. I believe I am now acquainted with the extremity of terror and repulsion which a man can endure without losing his mind. I'm sorry, Don't worry, Mr. Price. Don't be ashamed of reading M.R. James. He's a national treasure. Continue with your reading. Thank you, Professor Moore. Alright, Mr. Cook. What are you doing with Professor Ward's portrait, Mr. Cook? Haven't you heard? Of course not. You've been shut up all day in that lecture room. Get inside and they'll bring you up to date. It's a scandal. Scandalous. A scandal. Scandalous. Scandal. Okay, well, let's go find out what the scandal is. Ah, Professor Moore. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dean Carter. Rector Williams, a pleasure. Good afternoon, Professor Moore. You can get a chair from the back, and that won't be necessary. This meeting will be brief. Explain the facts. Dean Carter. Look. This week, the university received a generous donation from the Metapsychic Investigations program run by you and Professor Ward. 5,000 pounds. 5? That's amazing. It would be, if not for a terrible event. All the money has disappeared from the Bank of England. What? We demand an explanation, and they confirm the money was withdrawn yesterday by your colleague. How is that? We wanted to speak with Professor Ward, but he didn't appear today for his lecture. Let's try to remain calm, gentlemen. The professor might simply be. We've been trying to locate him all day. He vanished. He's run off with the money. It's an it's a scandal. Words. I can do words, guys. Oh my goodness. Are you sure it was Professor Ward? Someone could have impersonated him. There are witnesses. And the signature with which the money was withdrawn is indelibly his. Lest we forget, his whereabouts are unknown. We believe in presumption of innocence and respect it, but in this case, I'm sorry, Professor Moore. This is the unvarnished truth. Who donated the money? We only know it was a group of intellectuals from London society. Nothing else. It appears they had no intention of making it public. And given the circumstances, they prefer to keep it that way. Why would he do that? That is exactly what we're wondering. How could he withdraw the money? He's just a teacher. He shouldn't be authorized. At one time, he combined his teaching job with the position of deputy treasurer. That was years ago. He resigned. Nevertheless, he was still registered at the Bank of London. We suspect he took advantage of that to commit this crime. Get to the point, Dean Carter. Yes. I'm sorry to tell you that as a result of this matter, the board is considering eliminating your Metapsychic Investigation Department. But this can't be. It is. My predecessor authorized this department because of the immaculate career of Professor Ward. Sir Archibald Ellsworth would roll over in his grave if he knew of this infamy. Surely you didn't presume to hope we keep this nonsense going after what happened, did you? I understand this discomfort with Professor Ward, but I'm part of the department too. It isn't fair that I should be blamed for his acts of which I am not responsible. We know Patrick, but... Patrick? You mean Professor Moore? And I would beseech you not to challenge the board. However, as courtesy to you, we wish your exit from the department to be as... Stop with this rubbish, Dean Carter. You have 72 hours to prove that your ghosts exist. If you don't present us with material proof by that deadline, forget about your department. 72 hours. That's not time enough to prove that no one has ever proven throughout the entire history of mankind. That is your problem. And express your thanks to Dean Carter. He's the one who proposed it. If I were up to me, I would brick up that circus right now with my own hands. Damn it. We're the laughingstock of every university in the United Kingdom. Let them laugh all they want, Vice Chancellor Williams. They only display their ignorance. Do you want some advice? Forget about those ghost fantasies and focus on your work as a teacher. You are the best teacher of forensic medicine in all London. Focus on your work, for God's sake. This is a serious superstitious has no place here, and neither do your progressive ideas. Are you aware that we have received complaints from some students' fathers because of your radical ideas? What's wrong with being a progressive? Isn't it a part of the university motto? Knowledge, improvement, progress? Don't be a wise arse with me, smartass. And remember who you're talking to. "72 hours, Professor Moore." Prepare yourself to say goodbye to a fantasy that never had any place in an institution as respectable as this one. "72 hours. 72 hours. Henry, it's humiliating. Why didn't they just close the department immediately? I have more bad news to tell you. Oh, good. Really? There's more. Your department has been sealed. You won't be able to use any of the resources inside. Damn it, Henry. Couldn't you? I can't. If someone sees you there, they'll know it was me who conceded. That would put me in an awkward situation. The board is treating this matter very seriously. I don't want my position to be jeopardized. I beg you to understand. Yes, I do. I didn't mean to put you in a predicament. I'm sorry. I know the search for the great beyond is your life. But I'm sure adversity will stretch your intellect even further. I'm sure adversity. There we go. I don't know him, but try to find proof, please. If it's strong enough, I'll show it to the board and they'll be forced to keep the department open. Oh, I'm free. Okay, let's look at things awkwardly and get out of here. How many of these have you written? The ones on the first shelf. And part of the second one, too. Ghosts, Reality or Myth by Dr. Henry Carter. Does Williams know you wrote this one? Oh, yes. He's even read it. Has he? Well, actually, only the prologue. Then he gave me a lecture with more words than are in the book. Is there more than one dialogue, or is that it? Okay, it's only one dialogue. Okay. Globe. I wonder if Professor Ward is still in London. That's the same thing I want to know. Books. The Jewel of 7 Stars by Bram Stoker. The Great God Pan by Arthur Machen. In a Glass Darkly by Joseph Sheridan Le Fon. Williams would be angry if he saw you devote time to these readings while working. Ah, these books? I just received an order from that new library near the London Archaeological Society. Do you know it? No. You should see it for yourself. There are some genuine jewels. I'll do that. Okay, I think it's just him and then we can peace out. So let's talk to him. Okay, from the top. What kind of proof do you need to show the board? The tangible kind, of course. Something so conclusive that it would convince the ignoramuses on the board to reconsider their beliefs. What a genius, huh? Who? Williams, yes. You know, he's never agreed with the university being involved in supernatural matters, even if they studied through science. What happened with Professor Ward was the perfect excuse to close down the department, don't you think? To him, it was like manna from heaven. It's what he's been waiting for since the beginning. I have no doubt about that. Williams is an old-school teacher, quite literally. His closed-minded belongs to the last century. Forget about him and focus on searching for proof of supernatural activity. I will try to keep him at bay as best I can. Okay. I still don't believe what Professor Ward did. Indeed, I'm still processing it myself, but the evidence is unequivocal, Patrick. I'll see what I can find. Time is of the essence. Good luck, Patrick. So I wonder if this game has multiple endings, since you have 72 hours. I do wonder if, they're literally like, hey, you gotta do certain things. Time is of the essence, literally. What game's coming to mind? SOS on the SNES, where, choices matter. You only have so much time to get off the ship, and there's multiple endings. Man, that game's hard. I didn't get far at all, but, it's very hard. But yeah, I think I'd be interested. This game did the whole once you get to where you need to go, your choices affect the time, and like I guess Laura Bow did the same thing as well, where like you had to be at certain places at certain times to see certain things, and affected, you know, the story and the outcome. Not the yeah, the outcome. You know, who done it. I'd be really curious if this game has that whole be at the right place, the right time. That'd be really cool. Anyway, let's continue the story. I'm rambling as I normally do. I won't be able to prove the great beyond exists in such a short time without the professor's help. I need to find him. Maybe I could discover something that will help me find him at his home on Dorset Street. Ooh. Oh, fancy map button. Okay. Okay, cool. I can go back. Sorry. Also, I was gonna mention the whole portraits. I get like flashbacks of back when I was like in elementary school, where like there was like the picture of like Queen Elizabeth II up aboard like the chalk. I'm not time stamping my age, but yeah, I don't know if they have that anymore. Anyway, I'm rambling. I see something I can pick up. It's white and pixeled. Look at that chalk. It's screaming to be picked up. It's like, please pick me up. I'm really bright compared to the chalk on the board. I'm so bright. I stick out like a little sore thumb. We'll grab him in a second if I can. We'll work our way from the left and then to the right. So let's look at stuff. The skeleton. You need to be careful handling these anatomical skeletons because they're very fragile. Oh, well, that's handy. And everybody left the video. Cabinet. It's full of flasks and test tubes. What is a flask of sulfuric acid doing here? It should be in the lab. Oh, we're just gonna pocket everything, aren't we? We're totally gonna just grab and shove things in our pockets. I don't need anything else from the cabinet. Chalkboard. I believe it's time to get rid of this old eraser. Okay, we are literally grabbing everything, aren't we? Okay, let's grab the little pixelated chalk piece. Chalk. Forensic science has progressed a lot in recent years. I hope these boys end up being as professional as Professor Ward once was. I can speak a sentence. Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess I can't pick up the chalk. I thought I could. I guess I could pick up the eraser, but definitely not the little tiny piece of chalk. Anywho, portrait. Queen Victoria's reign was so long, and her is still so present that no one dares to take down her portrait yet. Personage? I think that's how you say it. King Edward VII, crowned 6 years ago. Better late than never, he must have thought. Okay, books. The one on the top is Atlas of Human Anatomy by Dr. Oswald de Vries. I use it to illustrate my lectures. The one on the bottom is The Empty House and the Other Ghost Stories by Algernon Blackwood. It serves me to help me evade them. Cabinet. The first 4 drawers are full of anatomy prints, oh my goodness. The rest are intended for school materials. Okay, now let's talk to Lewis and get out of here. Frank? Bad news, right? Worse. The board is threatening to close down the metapsychic investigation department if I don't present irrefutable proof within 72 hours. Proof of what? Of the existence of the great beyond. Damn idiots. That's an impossible time frame. How dare they? That despicable Williams will end up getting what he wants. What do you think of what Professor Ward did? Are you asking me if I believe he's innocent? Is he? What do you think? I think neither of us is answering a single question. I don't know, Patrick. Nelson Ward is famous for being eccentric and impulsive, but that, of course, doesn't make him a miscreant. Have you seen any ghosts lately? God willing, this would be easy, right? How long has the metapsychic investigation department been running? 3? 4 years? 4. And they want to solve the great mystery of life after death within 72 hours. They neither want to nor intend to. If I have been given that time frame, it is because Henry interceded. If only you could succeed. I like to see the faces of those discreet geezers when you show them the undeniable proof. I don't think I knew Professor Ward well enough. We have a very close relationship, but it was purely professional. I don't know a single thing about his life, apart from him being the chief coroner of the Scotland Yard before becoming a teacher. If I had taken even a mild interest in him, I might have detected signs of what he would do. Don't punish yourself with that, Patrick. Nelson was very reserved. I doubt anyone in the facility really got to know him. I don't know how I can face this research against the clock. I don't want to be untactful, but that's an endeavor doomed to fail. I mean, to this day, no one has been able to find any conclusive evidence of the existence of the great beyond. Perhaps in the future we could resolve the matter, but not in such a short time. I need to find the professor. I can't do this alone. We are a team. How about asking for help from the British Society of Paranormal Studies? I doubt they would assist. Neither the professor nor I are welcome there. Because of that damn article. What about Richard? He always supported you, and he could be a valuable ally in this quest. Charles? He is not in London at the moment. No, damn. Any ideas that might help my research? Now that I think about it, Nelson mentioned having found a place worth investigating. Do you remember where it could be? I think it was located in central London. A house, maybe? I don't recall. I was having a busy day when he told me about it, and I didn't pay enough attention. I'm sorry I'm not helping. Not to worry. Thank you for always supporting me. I know of only 2 people who could prove the existence of the great beyond. One of them is Nelson. You are the other. So you shall always have my support in everything you do. Okay, it's the top one. The evidence of the crime is unequivocal, though simultaneously I believe that if he committed such a misconduct, he must have had a good reason, not just a financial one. Okay, we can continue with this whole, is he innocent? So let's continue that. What reason? I cannot begin to fathom. I only hope that he makes some sense. I should get going. If I can do anything for you, I understand, Frank. I appreciate it. Okay, so now we can head to his house and see what we can find. I feel like this demo is going to be like an hour, if not like slightly longer. It doesn't help that I'm reading, everything. Actually, oh my. Let's go back to the university quickly. I want to see this dialogue with Coop. Mr. Coop, I think his name was. Mr. Cook, yes. Did they order you to remove the portrait of Professor Ward? What do you think? I think yes. Exactly. Who ordered it? Who do you think? Vice Chancellor Williams? Yes, exactly. Do you need help? I see you're finding it hard to remove a simple portrait. Do you think some old cook is inspired enough to take down a picture? Of course not. Exactly. Wait a moment. Does that mean I am or am not? You are smart enough to take down a portrait. Good. Some genius thought it would be better to attach the paintings with glue instead of a pair of hook screws. In his defense, I say that not for anything in the world would I have suspected one of these illustrious professors was a filthy thief. You've already been deformed, have you? Sadly. Who would have thought, huh? Though it's not like it comes as a total surprise. Frequently the places he did. But I will manage to take down this portrait with no tool. One only needs to know how to apply force. Thus said, Pythagoras, I said his name wrong. Give me a place to stand and I shall move the world. That was Archimedes. You don't need to correct me. I am not one of your pupils. Oh, what places? Ah, more places. Here we go. What places did Professor Ward frequent? A pub, for one, in East End. The Red Lion. Some of his statures visiting such establishments. How embarrassing. And in the company of a tart. The gasp. One moment. What tart? A courtesan, I guess. They seem quite close. She is surely his accomplice. How do you know that? Rumors travel as fast as bad news. I need to find that woman. She might know where I can find Professor Ward. If you find her, give her to the police. I already told you she surely has something to do with that money theft. Ooh. Are you entirely certain you don't need any help with the portrait? Do you want me to help you marking exams? There's no need to. Exactly. Okay. Carry on. Monteiro Jays did not employ all of his talents on creating atmospheres so that a mere professor would break. Okay, so we got another location and I think that's it. So we can do some fast traveling to, was it 3 locations? Yes, the bar, his house, and back to the university. So let's go to the house and we'll figure things out from there. That's it, room number 4. So you're a friend of Professor Ward. Exactly. Ah, he vanished. Sadly. And why do you want to examine his room? Are you from Scotland Yard? No, I'm a professor, such as he. I only want to have a look to see if there's anything that might enlighten me to his whereabouts. Ah, that makes sense. When was the last time you saw him? I know he went out last evening. I was in bed, but I heard his footsteps on the stairs. Haven't you seen him since then? No, sir. Did you notice anything strange about him? Of course, I noticed, but not only yesterday, always. He's a strange man, though a very polite one. How I wish the rest of my tenants were as courteous as him. Why is the corridor so dark? The electric company convinced me to install this new light system in the house. They didn't tell me the price would double compared to gaslight. That's what progress means, you know. Progress for the usual suspects, those in power. I've told the tenants not to use the corridor light unless they want my bills to start affecting their rent. It's curious that he lived here. I mean, his salary was high enough to afford him a better place than this. This hovel? Is that what you wanted to say? I don't mean to offend you, Miss Dawson. No, you would be right. This is a hovel. Though it's the classiest hovel in all of East End. And with the biggest rooms for 4 blocks. Would you do me the kindness of lending me the key to the room? I don't have it. How is that? Professor Ward was a bit forgetful. He asked for my copy of the key in case he lost his. It wouldn't be the first time that happened. So he's got 2 keys. And me, none. That's it. How can I get into his room? You can wait for the locksmith to come tomorrow. I'm afraid I don't have that much time. Or you can try to open the door yourself. I won't complain. But please try not to break it. I'll be downstairs if you need me. Interesting. Okay. So we gotta open this door. And figure what to go and do from there, which I'm guessing I may have to go to the bar first. We'll explore here, and then we'll head to the bar. And then obviously go from there. Alright, I had a quick potato break, but I'm back at it. Let's look at everything. We'll start from the left, work our way to the right. Clearly, we can't get in here yet. I feel like we need a couple items. And then we get advanced. So let's look here, hop to the bar, look there. Hopefully we can get in there. But yeah, let's start from the left and go. The plant. There's barely any light. I can't discern what kind of plant this is. The rules. I can't read anything. Oh, it's gonna be one of those that I can't see anything unless I turn lights on. I can't properly see the number on the plaque, but I say it's a 4. Vent. I can't see anything. The door. Closed. The lamp. Oh, the switch. Ooh, there we go. The lamp is off. Okay, let's hit the switch. Ah, one moment. There's something inside the lamp. Oh, I bet it's the key. I can't reach it. Ah, the skeleton arm. How handy. I can use the skeleton arm to carefully remove the crystal from the lamp. Damn, it's not long enough. Oh, I'd have to get a pipe or something like that. Oh, or a jump. Maybe a little jump will help. What was that? Damn. What was that noise? My monocle fell. Yes. My monocle fell. Good heavens. What kind of monocle do you wear? Phew. There's a key here. Haha. Yay. I'll pick up the broken crystal. I don't want to have to explain it to the landlady. Where can I hide the criminal evidence in the plant? Ah. Oh, the vent. Nothing to see here. Oh, I didn't think the vent. Alright, let's go look at the plant. Daisies. Rules of the house. The rent is paid the first day of each month. Oh, okay. Flack. Room number 4. Professor Ward lives here. Breakfast would be served from 7 to 8 a.m. No animals allowed. Out of respect of the rest of the tenants, silence is requested beyond 10 p.m. In case of theft, the landlady is not responsible for the personal belongings of the tenants. Use of opiates is strictly forbidden inside the rooms. Any such infraction will be immediately reported to the police. This is a decent house. Partners from the opposite sex are strictly forbidden, especially same-sex partners. In case of infringement of these rules, the landlady has the right to immediately rescind the rental agreement. Okay, we're back to the beginning. Is there anything else I can look at? Not really. I guess a plaque. Room number 3. That's not Professor Ward's room. That's fine. Closed. Okay, key. Huzzah. The map. It's a map of central London, where the professor has marked several places worth investigating. There's a red circle around one of them. There's birdies there. Hello, birdies. You're a birdie. Chest. There's an old oil lamp. I'll take it. Wink. Nothing else noteworthy in the chest. I'll close it. The bed. It doesn't look very comfortable, though the professor wouldn't care. I've seen him fall asleep between classes in the most unimaginable places. Crucifix. The professor is an atheist, so I gather that crucifix was already here when he arrived. I think the professor would rest better under the watchful eye of Darwin than under Jesus. Okay, window. Shoo. Rude. The street is full of tramps and drunkards. The professor felt more comfortable among them than among his colleagues. Let's look at the desk. There's a notebook on the desk. The House of Benwell Street. Oh my god, it's a reading. Let's go. It is discouraging to discover that all the places worth investigating were in the end either frauds or waste of time. However, I found a location that, if my inquiries are correct, could afford a unique opportunity to meet my colleague, Professor Moore. It is an old, impressive building located at 34 Benwell Street. Its original owner was Thomas Highmore, a widower philanthropist. Words, study, it's a person, a teacher, who lived in the house during the early years of last century. After his death, his heirs rented the house to several tenants. One of them, Frederick Price, reported strange blows coming from the basement to the police. Raps? An officer corroborate words, the facts, to which he added, as is stated in his report, that several objects in the room started to slowly move without human intervention. A police report that confirms unexplained supernatural phenomena, contrary to the account of a normal witness, which is always an act of faith to consider believable. This changes everything. No police officer of sound mind would cast doubt on his professionalism by falsely signing a report such as this, so we can be sure this is an account we can accept, and thus a very valuable one. Terrified, the Prices left the house 2 months later. Their place was taken by a Benjamin Jones. By searching through the documents of the estate agency that managed the property, I found a report stating that the tenant abandoned the house 4 weeks later due to constant, unspecified occurrences in the basement. In my investigation, I found 2 other cases with that basement as the epicenter of supernatural activity, but I've yet to verify them. I still haven't informed Patrick about this. We could be dealing with another dead end, and if someone has to waste his time with this, I'd rather it be me. My instinct, though, tells me that 34th Benwell Street is the place we've been dreaming of all these years. Ooh. 34 Benwell Street. Oh, okay. There are documents and notebooks. I should check them. They may contain clues to the professor's whereabouts. This would take me some time. 1 hour later. Oh my goodness. There's nothing in them that reveals where the professor is. Okay. Now I'd be curious if doing this would affect the game, if we get a different ending or something. I'd be curious. Like I said, I'm super curious if time affects the gameplay or not. That junk box stands out. Let's see what's in it. There's a copper wire reel that may come in handy. Well, it's too rusty. I don't need anything else from here. Okay, so I'm guessing we are done here. So let's get out of here. Oh, that's it. Huh. I want to check the bar out. And also I was really hoping we'd go to the house and see some spooky things. Okay, so let's load up this file. And let's quickly head to the bar. I want to know if there's anything there or not. Locations not available in this demo. Okay, never mind then. Never mind. Well, I guess that is the demo then. Overall, I didn't mind it. I enjoyed it. I just wish we could get to the house to see, the spooky parts of it. You know, I'm hoping for voice acting. If there's no voice acting, it's fine. I understand. These games take a while to make. There's also money involved and hiring and etc. etc. So my thoughts on the game: I liked it. I enjoyed it. I was really hoping we get to the house to see the spookiness. Hopefully maybe they release another demo with the parts of the mansion. That'd be really interesting. Like I said, I'm curious if this game is going to have multiple endings based on like how much time, like how much you use of your time to get to said ending, or if you just wasted doing nothing and you get like the worst ending ever. I'm curious about that. Yeah, overall, I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I would like to check this one out come release. Yeah, like I said, I really would have loved to get into the mansion and really see like the spookiness, but I guess we'll have to wait for another demo or the full release. So if you liked what you see, definitely go to the Steam page, add it to your wish list, give the developers support if you can, and spread the word about the game. That's another way to support them. Let other people know, hey, if you want a spooky point and click adventure game, check this game out, try the demo, support the developers. And with that, that's it from me. First time watching one of my Let's Plays. Hi, I'm Pa. I play point and click adventure games, some FMV, some new, some old, some obscure, whatever I feel like. So if you liked what you see, give me a like, comment, let me know what you thought of this game. If you know of any other spooky horror point and click games, I've played a couple. Like I said, I still need to play, oh, what is it called? Oh my goodness. It's a trilogy name. Okay, I forget, but it's like Cat Lady, Downfall, and Lorelei. I forget what the trilogy's called. And then the new one. And I know of, what was it, Scratches? That's a horror point and click. But let me know if you know of any other horror point and click games. I'm intrigued. I'm curious. I would like to know if there's other ones that exist. And like I said, subscribe. Check my other Let's Plays, all that fun stuff. I do stream on Twitch as well. Oh yeah, I always forget to mention this nowadays. This is the shameless plug part. I do stream once in a while. It's just once a week right now. I'm slowly working on building up to twice a week. My life is chaotic. I have a small child. So life is chaotic. So if you want to catch me live on Twitch, give me a follow on Twitch. And with that, you guys have a good morning, a good evening, a good night, and I'll see you in the next Let's Play. Bye.